All right, it's recording. Miami Dolphins update. Let's get it. That's it. All right, 3, 2, 1. What is up, know-it-alls? And what is up, Dolph fans? We got a Miami Dolphins update, guys. Joey, it's been a while with these Dolphin videos. Guys, we are back with the Dolphins. What is up? Joey, what did you think about the Giants and the Jets and Dolphins game last weekend?
Listen, man, it was tough for me to stay awake. It was a snooze fest. Not a lot of excitement during that game. I think the score was I think you said 13-6. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all the makings for a pretty boring game. But it's always a good day when you beat the Jets. Am I right?
Preach, my guy, preach. Dude, I was talking to my dad about it. Big Papa Pimp. Shout out to Big Papa Pimp. Comment down below, Big Papa Pimp.
Big Papa Pimp.
What's it called? Yeah, so I was like, what a snooze fest. What a boring game. There was one touchdown this entire game, and that was a Jerome Baker pick 6 that literally was like signed, sealed, and delivered by Sam Darnold. He literally pretty much just like gave him the ball, and he had to run like 10 yards. It was like the weirdest, stupidest, easiest play I've ever seen in my life by Jerome Baker. So it was gift wrap for him, essentially. So it was super boring. I was watching it with my girlfriend the whole time, and she was even like, this is a really boring game. I'm like, yes.
She's like, can we do something else? Like, I'm falling asleep over here.
Yeah, and I couldn't even lie. Like, it was boring. Like, it was just field goal, like all the stuff. The only thing that made it moderately exciting was the whole Rashad Jones thing, but I want to pump the brakes on that one a little bit. I want to just go back to what you said before. Any year that we sweep the Jets is a great year because we don't do it often with the Jets, with everyone in our division, the Patriots, the Bills, and the Jets. We very rarely, I can't even remember the last time we swept the Jets. So it feels great. I just want to put that out there. First things first, we are 2-0 against the Jets this year. We swept them. It's rare that happens, so appreciate that, and that is awesome.
Yeah, in a season when it's been a little tumultuous, a lot of injuries, and you guys started
off strong. You gotta find little wins,
Yeah. Take solace in the fact that you swept the Jets.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we 2-0, swept the Jets. Super, super pumped about that. So let's get into this whole Rashad Jones thing. Now, did you see the actual play where he took himself out?
No, I didn't. I think I was trying to do something else besides having to watch that game.
Do anything else besides watch that game?
Yeah, but I was on my phone on Twitter, and people were like, "Oh, Rashad Jones pulled Avonte Davis. He pulled Avonte Davis or whatever."
Gosh.
I was like, what?
I would cry. I would literally cry. So, all right, let me break this down a little bit. And any of you guys that have been watching our channel, if you're new here, subscribe. I've talked a lot about the Miami Dolphins culture, the Miami Dolphins head coach, Adam Gase, how I feel about him. And this is just another thing that has gone wrong with our team that I'm kind of really fed up with it. And at this point, I don't know how you defend Adam Gase at this point. So, you're talking about a guy in Rashad Jones that is probably, I think, our second longest tender as a player, maybe our third besides Cam Wake and then our long snapper Denny. He's been on the team for 20 years. Shout out to you, John Denny. Most people don't know him, but he's been a captain in our team for 20 years. He's almost 40 years old. He's been our long snapper forever.
The Giants sort of got the same thing. We got Zach Diossi. He's our long snapper. He's been there since I think I was a baby.
Yeah, guys, if you don't know who John Denny is, check him out. I mean, that guy's got the sickest job in the world. He does. He's been living in Miami balling for 20 years now.
Exactly.
But yeah, so you're talking about a guy that's been on the team the third longest tender. And you're talking about a multiple captain, multiple years of being a captain on this team. Arguably our best player for the past 5 years, probably the leader of our defense. And this guy takes himself out. It's not like it's a character issue where you got who's a guy that has character issues in the league right now?
Adam Jones, I don't know.
Sure, any of those guys that you're oh, whatever, he took himself out, typical. No, Rashad Jones is a proud guy. He takes pride in the Dolphins. He's a good dude. He's a leader of men. He is our leader of our defense, and he took himself out. And it's just like, it's just one thing after the other. It's like every single player that we drop or we cut or whatever happens, they leave and they're like, oh, thank God I'm out of that situation. And they're always talking bad about Adam Gase. And it's like, how do you defend him at this point? Like, obviously, the locker room is toxic. He is super biased. He likes to play favorites. It's just like nonstop. And like, I've been a part of football teams like that. And like when it comes from the top and it's totally toxic, and I totally understand how Rashad Jones feels. I know that the reason why he took himself out, it was reported that our defensive coordinator was trying to get Minkah more reps back there at that like free safety. I mean, technically both Rashad Jones and TJ McDonald are both strong safeties, but if you were to put it one way, you would say Rashad Jones more the free safety. So he's trying to get him more reps back at safety because Minkah has been playing in the nickel and up in the box most of the time. So he was trying to get him reps back there, and I don't know what happened, if there was miscommunication, but Rashad Jones was like, nah, I'm not good with this. So he took himself out. And there's a certain way that you handle that with veteran players such as Rashad Jones. You need to sit down, you had a man-to-man conversation. You need to be like, hey, listen, Minkah's super, super good. He's very talented. He's got a bright future ahead of him. We need to get him reps back there so he's better for next season, because this year it doesn't look like we're going anywhere. There's a conversation that needs to be had. Clearly, whatever, of course I wasn't in the locker room. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but whatever conversation that needed to be had didn't happen, because it exploded and imploded all over in their face this Sunday when Rashad Jones did that. And again, not a problem guy. Like the whole Adam Gase, I want team guys, not me guy. Rashad Jones embodies everything of a team guy.
Yeah, he's your leader, like you said. Like if he's having like issues, like what are you doing wrong?
Yeah, again, it's just frustrating. And comment down below what you think about Adam Gase, because I've been pretty. I've stayed the same for the last couple of weeks. I've been calling for his head. I don't think we should fire him this moment, like in the season, because I don't think a team ever benefits from a coach being fired in the middle of the season. But he has to go at the end of this year. Like
I think the writing's on the wall, you know?
Yeah, it's just so much drama, so much turmoil in that locker room. Like, it's just nothing good happens from it. And it's like, again, no consistency. For the first 3 weeks, our defense was like a top 5 defense, and then from then all the way till week like 5, they were, or all the way up until last week, they were trash. Like they were like, people were making fun of us how terrible we were on defense. And then against the Jets, granted against a rookie quarterback in Sam Darnold, but we let up 6 points. Like we looked like, again, like an elite defense. We had 4 interceptions in the game. 4. We looked like the University of Miami with the freaking turnover chain.
The turnover chain.
Yeah. It was like, how many freaking picks did we get? We got a pick 6, and our defense looked incredible. And it was just like, again, the inconsistency. And that comes from the head coach. It comes from the top. When you have guys that like don't have a full grip on the locker room, you have these ups and downs in your season, in my opinion.
No, I completely agree with you. I mean, like you said, you shouldn't fire him like mid-season because you gain nothing. But man, I mean, who would you guys even go after? Like, if let's say you do fire him in this offseason, who's a coach? Like, is there a coach on the market that?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got me there, because one of my pet peeves is when people are calling for some action to happen, but they don't have like something in place to replace. So you got me on that one. I need to do some research. I don't really know off the top of my head any guys that are equipped for that job right now. But we have all the rest of the offseason, or the rest of the half of the season, to like go out there and start researching and looking at guys. But I wanted to get another take on the whole Kenyan Drake Frank Gore thing, because all I hear from every Dolphin fan is how great Kenyan Drake is. And every single week, his reps go down and down and down. The carries go down and down, and Frank Gore keeps going up and up and up. And again, is this an Adam Gase thing? Does he just not like, because, again, he plays the favorites. Like, he has guys he likes and he has guys he doesn't like. Does he just like Frank Gore now? So he's getting all the reps and he's like, screw Kenyan Drake. Because dude got 3 carries. Gore had 20.
I think Kenyan Drake is just terrible. I think I
don't
think
think
it's
he's
not
terrible.
Dude, I had such high expectations for Kenyan Drake coming into this year. I was like, oh, he's gonna be like that lead guy. Him and Gore are gonna be like a really good like just duo. But he's not. Kenyan Drake has not impressed me at all this season. Just the fact like he should be getting these like reps. Like you're really gonna let like old ass Frank Gore cut into like your reps? Like, is he really outperforming you that much? Like what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you guys got like major question marks at like quarterback, running back, head coach. I mean, man.
I agree. And again, I'm going to say it again. It all starts from the head coach. And here's my opinion why I think Frank Gore's getting a lot of carries and not so much Kenyan Drake. So when we had Jay Ajayi, which was super talented for us, right?
Yeah.
We traded him. And why did we trade him? Because, again, Adam Gase does not like running backs that have troubles with pass blocking. He's very adamant about his running backs need to be pass blockers, right? So he gets rid of him. Whatever. It turns out it ended up being a pretty good trade because Jay Ajayi really hasn't done anything. But at the time, it didn't look like the best trade. Now, we got a guy that's super talented. I disagree with you. I think Kenyan Drake has great talent, and I think in a good system, it would work. But because Adam Gase is so headstrong and he's so arrogant and he just has to be my way. No matter what, it has to be my way. And it's so frustrating to watch this as a fan. The fact that he's like, Frank Gore's getting all the touches because he blocks. And I'm with you. Like, you want to reward the guy that does the hard work. But what do you think the Patriots would do? Like, what do the Patriots do with James White? James White's not the best runner and he's not the best pass blocker. But that guy gets 15 touches every single week out of the backfield, and they find a way to make him productive. Like, again, Adam Gase, I sound like a broken record, but it's just like he has his favorites. He has his favorites, and he goes with those guys, and it's like it's his way or the highway, and there's no flexibility. There's no, you know what I mean? Like it's frustrating. It's really frustrating to watch.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you. I mean, it pains me, man. You know, I'm like a secondary Dolphins fan because of you, and I got enough question marks with the Giants. I hate that, you know, we're dealing with this with the Dolphins now, but I think just as many times as you guys have done it, just you guys need another just like total rebuild. I feel like get a new quarterback, get a new coach, get a new like running back. I don't know. I mean, Jesus. I mean, what are we doing here? And you guys are dealing with injuries too, so it's like not only are you like you have like just these bad pieces, but like your good pieces are getting injured right now. Like you're getting hit from all sides.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. The Dolphins, I mean, we need to revamp. We need to get, in my opinion, we need a new head coach. And with a new head coach probably comes a new quarterback and new philosophies. And in this offseason, if we haven't been shown every single year, if you guys are a Dolphins fan, you actually watch this team, you know every single year our offensive line gets banged up and it derails our season. You know what I mean? Like, we need to draft depth. We need to get more depth on the offensive line. I feel like I say that every single year in the draft. I think you hear me say it. I'm like, we need offensive linemen. At least 2 to 3 draft picks should be offensive linemen. And
I mean, I wish you guys had like that, like all talent, all generational great talent that you could trade away for like multiple picks, like the Raiders did with like Mac. Like you guys need a lot of picks, but like I don't know like what your draft pick situation is. I don't know if you know if you have all your picks.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure we have all.
Yeah, but like.
Maybe not like a 5th or a 4th, like ones that like aren't really that important, but the top ones,
I just wish you guys had like a really like big like talent like trade bait that you could trade away for multiple picks.
We never
like even if they're like 4th or 5th.
If you're a Dolphins fan, you watch us, you know that we never get the trade value. Like when we traded Brandon Marshall, we traded him for 2 third-round picks. Yeah. And then when we traded Jarvis Landry to the Browns, we got a 3rd-round pick. And it's just like Amari Cooper's going for a 1st. And we got rid of a Pro Bowler in Jarvis. And I know it was a contract year and everything, but like still we never get value for these guys. Like it's being a Dolphins fan, man.
Man, it's a tough life Tough life to live, but someone's got to live it.
It is. But we got Green Bay coming up at Green Bay, so it's going to be very cold. And we do not perform well in cold games, but be on the lookout later on this week for a Dolphins and Green Bay preview.
Looking forward to it.
Yep. All right, guys. That is the video. Please like this video for my sanity. It's rough out here for being a Dolphins fan, so like this video. Comment down below. What do you guys think about Adam Gase? And as always, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Joe, you got anything?
It's a tough road we're going down, guys. Giants and Dolphins fans, let's stick together. We gotta ride it out together. Be here for one another because the good times are coming. I promise.
Yeah. All right, guys. That is the video. We will see you in the next one. Have a great one. See you guys.